Alright, so today is another build update. Um, so what I figured is the issue with a lot of the area of effect power stacking with three different sources of explosions is sometimes a God Touch rare will show up and then it just dies. Like it dies to the crossfire of the explosions. So I replaced my two rings with MF rings. So this is a 122% increased item rarity ring with like no downsides to my build because I don't care about intelligence and yeah I don't really care about life because my character has zero EHP anyways. And then the other ring is a pretty normal ring. It's plus 40 all res, 60 increased item rarity. Mana, I don't use mana at all on my build. And then ES, it pretty much cancels with the implicit. I'm not sure if this belt changed. I think I moved the aspect of the cat to the belt because what I realized is since I'm not using cold snap anymore, it doesn't make sense for me to reduce cat's agility or the rotation for it. So I crafted a new helmet. This helmet was pretty good. I mean, it's pretty much the same stat as the old one, except without aspect of cat because I don't need to socket less duration gems to it. So it's +1 power charge. Nearby enemies have -9 to cold. It has increased item rarity as a suffix, and then I also crafted increased item rarity in case it nukes the God Touch rare. And then on the flask, I just have an increased duration with crafted rarity of items. So now that if you look at the explosion one, when you press the flask, I have 333% increased item rarity. But then since it's a God Touch, it gets plus 45, so it's plus 378, if my math is correct. Yeah. And so from that, the mapping strat changed relatively. So nowadays, how I run maps is I run Colonnade, just because it's a pretty open map, and then you just slap it. I'm lazy, but pretty much you're looking for the mod increase rare monsters. Huh. Yeah, something like that. And then a way to kind of auto sustain your sextants is not by like trying to do some weird this is supposed to be a wandering path. Don't worry about this. I'm about to roll sextants, that's why. But instead of taking stuff like bosses drop map currency items, which is awakened sextants, or running altars and try to roll like monsters drop map currency items and stuff like that, right? That's how people are generally farming the sextant currency. I don't like that because I'm lazy. So what I like to do is I buy a bunch of sextants. I put the mod Enduring Influence for the +1, so it's +4 uses. You come here, you go here, and then you kind of just keep the mods you want. So currently, the mods I currently run maps with is Strongbox is rare because I'm running Wandering Path, so all the Strongboxes would actually be like common or magic. So this modifier adds 2, and then makes them rare and corrupted, so you don't have to look at them. Jordan maps contain additional mirror rare monsters just for more rare packs. Again, same concept. Your rare maps contain 4 additional rare monster packs. And then the last one is a new one that I started using. It is... Wait, that's not the right one. Wait, what the hell? This one. Quality bonus of your maps also apply to rarity of items found. So pretty much that 20% quality also goes to increase 20% IIR. So this is a nice boost, especially if you go Wandering Path, you get 30% item rarity and 30% quant. So that's like 50% just by using one sextant, and yeah, so your God Touch rares are pretty juiced already without these rings. So if you accidentally kill it and you don't have MF gear, there's one way to guarantee it to drop some currency, especially if you forget to use... So the scarabs are still the same. You have to use a reliquary scarab for God Touch conversions. You still run Legion because it spawns a crap ton of rares. You use Divination for Colonnade because it drops Patient and Dying Anguish, if I'm not mistaken. There's some alt quality gems that you can get from Dying Anguish that's worth a lot, so that's the only reason. I kind of gave up on Crimson Temple or Cathedral because they're both relatively bad layouts for Legion, from what I figured, because when I ran Legion in Colonnade, it actually spawns more rares than compared to Cathedral. Well, Cathedral is because it's narrow, so it doesn't even spawn that many Legion mobs to begin with. But then for Crimson Temple, as you've seen from the previous videos, it kind of just like spawns on corners, and then sometimes it spawns on the other side, but there's no connecting path to it. So then you miss out that portion anyway, so yeah. Open map is better. I don't like Jungle Valley. I ran Jungle Valley a couple times. There's no good divination cards that drop from Jungle Valley. There's the Scout, I believe, which is the 7 Exalts card, if I'm remembering correctly. Yeah, 7 Exalt card. But then Exaltus League is kind of monk-ass. So we don't talk about that. So yeah, so pretty much I just try to keep the mods. Ooh, that's a good one. Try to keep the mods I like, and then that pretty much just funds my sextant uses. So generally what I like to do is actually waste a compass to roll a shrine, because if you roll one shrine, such as Gloom Shrine, it blocks Resonating Shrine. So that's a little thing. I'm not sure if people still run Alvas. Cold damage. So now that you block 2 of the biggest ones plus a double block from the shrine, then you just use this last one to start rolling whatever mod you want. And then pretty much what you're looking for in a lot of this is the big ticket ones, which is stuff like this, right? Purple plants, I already found 2, which is, I don't know what that is. 7 awakened sextants, which is 30 chaos, I think. So that's not bad. And then all these sextants cost me 6 divines. So pretty much, hopefully by the end of it, you can sustain your cost. And most of the time that I've done this, I have sustained my costs, not only just by running the sextants I actually like using. Like if you buy these in bulk, they're roughly anywhere from, see, if you buy an individual it's like 5, but if you buy from TFT it's like 10. So I feel like this is better because you can just kind of RNG the big ticket ones while rolling because these are fairly common mods, right? I keep the Beyond one in case GGG ever decides to bring back regular Beyond and just like get rid of Scourge, because Scourge is kind of, it's in a weird place right now. Like, I know some people like running it, some people don't like running it. I don't know how much is this. Oh, that's worth a bit. But yeah, there's a lot of mixed feelings about it. This is one of the big ticket ones. This one's like 140 KRs or something. I'm not too sure. And the traders is worth something. Yeah, and pretty much this is what you do to sustain your costs. See, I wrote 2 500%. So just these two is already 1.5 defines, roughly. So let me just put that in. Good compasses. So we know what we rolled. I think the other one was purple. And this is pretty much just a test to see if I get my currency back. As I said, it's generally not that hard to do. Just gotta get lucky. Well, actually, you don't even need to get lucky, right? This is pretty much, like, unless you're super unlucky, you won't make your currency back. But most of the time I've done this, I've actually profited. Because if you sell these in bulk, not even on TFT, even on the normal PoE trade site, these fly off like really fast. Yeah, see, another 500%. Which is funny because this 500% mod used to be a meme last league. So in standard, I have like a bunch of these 500%s, and then yeah, they're just sitting there. Same thing with yellow plants, right? Yellow plants on old harvest was so useless because there was nothing that you could roll using yellow plants. But now GGG decided to make all the augment crafts all yellow. That's why it's really expensive to roll the yellow ones, and then you just Giga Juice. Pretty much you use that weird sextants are not consumed on map use craft, and then you kind of have to like sustain that somehow. People have been claiming that they sustain it. I personally do not see how you can possibly sustain it, because they always show like these showcase videos, but then like they're getting maybe like 1.5k per map, right? That's not enough to sustain. Like that's just it's pretty monk-ass. Catalyst and Metamorph. Who runs Metamorphs? Oh, see, yellow plants. That's what my thing keeps on shifting. Yellow plants are really expensive. I don't know why. Personally, I never found a use for the yellow plant ones, because it says like life force dropped by harvest monsters in your map is duplicated, right? That means any color that you choose will be duplicated life force. There's no point of having one crop of yellow plants. That just means that you're guaranteed every single time you proc harvest, if you're using the harvest sextant, the sacred growth sextant, is guaranteed that one little block is a yellow plant. And this yellow plant, if you duplicate it, maybe you get like 1k. Maybe that's how people are resustaining, but to me it's not worth it. To me, I just sell it, forget about it. A lot of the times I just try to just run the harvest as is, because when you take wandering path, you actually spawn harvest relatively often, and because you're increasing the amount of life force you get because you're taking wandering path, You get maybe like 500. 500 to 1k life force. But then this is using 0 investment, right? This is, you don't have to buy like 1 divine sextants, right? Because this is essentially 1 divine. It's really bad. I'm not sure if people still run Hunter Traders, because Hunter Traders was a mod used for the original Beyond farming. So like this Sacred Grove, right? Sacred Grove is what, like 120, 130. Legion sell really fast. They're about 75 chaos now. The Legion one, to my knowledge, a lot of these sections don't really make sense because you're slapping on 1 additional Legion. Most of people that run God Touch farmings, like pure MF builds, can't even run Gilded Legion Scarabs, the one that has the generals or the big dudes. Like Lionai, the whale person, Alzheimer's cousin, I don't know, and then yeah, I forget what the other ones are called, but a lot of the times people can't run those because their builds are not specced for it. A lot of them are just Headhunter, and then like 60 item count with 600 rarity, something like that. See, this mod is kind of weird because people were abusing this for the Vault Lightning strike thing that already got patched. Yeah, Kobe Mom Black had a video about it. It's pretty interesting interaction. I don't know why GG decided to fix this, but not fix the negative power charge build. Because negative power charge build literally makes no sense. The one that says like, oh, if I have negative power charges, I'm at maximum power charges, right? That literally does not make sense. Like, at least this makes sense because you're reducing your duration to 0, so you can keep on casting it. Why it stays out makes no sense, but the ability to reduce the duration, the soul gain prevention to 0 makes sense. So they should have just patched it to say like it doesn't like just stay out there infinitely, right? It should just be like, oh, it procs once and then it dissipates. Looks like we're almost done. This might be a longer video than normal. Yeah, I really need to roll sextants again because I was running low on the quality one. I just figured to make a video about it. I'm gonna laugh if GG ever decides to like revert the changes of using Divine Orbs versus using Exalted, because a lot of people will probably roll over, like I do, the... Wait, hold on. A lot of people will probably roll over the unique monsters drop corrupted items, because if they ever, like, re-roll to previous leagues, right, there's a lot of standard currency loss, even though I'm pretty sure a lot of people don't actually care about standard nowadays. I certainly stopped caring about standards ever since they nerfed my epilepsy blood sacrament build. Now you can no longer do that. It got nerfed pretty much because I got reported in public parties because I would just randomly join public parties. I would start spamming build. That shit is blinding, and then get reported. Simple as that. Let me just sort these out real quick. I think that's all of them. Okay. So we got 1, 2. I don't know if Hunter Trade does or with anything. Let's see. Yeah. I won't count them. Only count the ones that will like sell literally instantly. So pretty much I have to make back 1200 chaos. That's essentially what it comes down to. Will I actually make it back? I should, technically. Killer Scarab is about 45 chaos. I'm not sure if people are still beast farming. That's a weird one. 12 chaos. People are running Abyss because they're pretty good with Wandering Path from what I understand. It is 120% monsters if you take Wandering Path, but personally I don't like it. Like I ran that before. I don't like it. Simple as that. Because sometimes it backtracks you and its direction is never always forward. So it's kind of a pain. Alright, there's that. And hopefully I can get a total and this video cannot be super long, because it's probably gonna get super long because of this. So yeah, these are the sextants that would sell relatively fast. So let's do some simple math. I don't think I have an empty tab. Oh, I do. Okay. So this is 100 chaos, and then legions I can kind of separate. So alright, gilded, that's like 90 chaos, so 190. Just like that. I can't rename this, can I? Nope. Damn. Alright, I just call this 190. This is the ghetto way to do this, because yeah. Legions should still be, they're like 65. That's probably a price fix. Last night I saw these for 75. So 150, 300, 375, 565. Next one's probably Strongbox Quant, which is, I believe, 130, I think. So that's 390, which is 955. don't think blue plants are worth anything. Yeah, they're like 15 chaos. Especially if you were to run, like, just run these as is without using, like, this area has Sacred Grove, right? This would actually be like a decent one to use because it's so cheap. Purples are what, 30 chaos, I think? 1045. Sacred Grove should be like 130. Shaper Guardian should be 55. So 1230. And then yellow plants is something expensive, I don't know. 100. I think it's 180 on TFT. I could be wrong. But yeah. So this is roughly 7 divines. Alright. These are only the ones that will sell literally in like 5 minutes if I list them right now. For 7 divines, right? That already covers the cost of your sextants. So that's why you don't ever need to farm sextants per se using like the really weird methods. You can just do it this way. Yeah, that's pretty much it. As for the actual map, right? What I like to do, I probably won't run a map showcase, but pretty much what I do now is I run 40% scarabs with Winter Orb, because Winter Orb, it auto targets for you. I tried using Reap, but then sometimes, I don't know, like when there's a lot of explosions and you can't see what is on your screen, sometimes it's better to have an auto targeting skill. So that's why I use Winter Orb currently. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So the next video I will probably cover is another build update or different mapping strategy, but pretty much you run those 4 sextants. Let me just reiterate the sextants that I currently run in case anyone wants to replicate the strat. So it's quality bonus of your maps, apply rarity. So this is plus 20% item rarity. Rare maps have 4 additional rare packs. This one is the same thing, additional 4 packs. And then this is just to make sure that when you're using Wandering Path, everything is rare and corrupted, and you get 2 additional strong boxes. And then after you are done rolling sextants, generally you want to unspec this because it does nothing. Respec Wandering Path, and then with your remaining skill points, you can do whatever fit. I don't really remember what was in my tree before this. Huh. I don't know. I do not know what was in my tree. Wild. Yeah, but pretty much this is the base tree for Wandering Path. Right here is the harvest nodes for Gigacopium. 24% chance for maps to be duplicated. 12% base chance for Sacred Grove. And then 18% for Legion. So pretty much you want to capitalize on the 2 mechanics I want to focus. And then you gotta make sure you have all this map effect. Yeah, let me just show an example, right? So if I run Reliquary. This Polish Divine and Strongbox.
When I'm ready and not before.
No. No code. I guess there's already stuff in my mountain place. So then, as you enter a map, right? I don't think I allocated the rest of the nice skill points, right? But your base map, before entering this map, it was like 75% quality, right? Or 70% quantity. Now it's 138 with 102 increased item rarity, right? If you don't have the sextant for this, this would be down to like 82, essentially. And then I honestly do not remember. I think before I had these incursion mods because I was running Alva before I realized it's just Turbo Copium. So I just left them here. I still have the Anime Guardian. No, originally wasn't going to do map showcase, but
That's good, right?
so yeah, you see Polish Ambush, Polish Reliquary. They're kind of like self-sustaining now. I don't know what that is. Don't think people are still playing Covenant builds. Oh my god. I saw that explosion, but then since my dash only has one charge now, can't run out of it. It's kind of sad.
Oh, wow.
Oh, also another reason is probably this map has, what, 64% less cooldown rate. That's why my dash literally does not come up. So I probably stop.
Oh, wow.
I should only dash when I absolutely need to. But yeah. Even though personally I don't like using Winter Orb, it certainly is better for maps.
Oh, that's good. Wow.
Because again, you don't aim. You kind of just charge, walk, and then everything dies. It scales with Inspired Learning buffs because you can gain additional projectiles from Inspired Learning. So
that's good. Wow.
Yeah. One downside for Winter Orb, English. One downside of Winter Orb compared to Reap, right, is if you see Omniphosis, you're kind of screwed because Winter Orb literally does not damage. Like you literally just die. Omniphosis or Phosis, like literally, you're just screwed.
Oh, that's pretty
Oh, that's good, right?
But yeah,
what the fuck is this garbage?
Very relaxing playstyle. Aside from that early death, right? It's pretty long deaths. Anything else? On the side, I've been leveling up Purity of Ice Gems because I have like 2 friends that want to play Orobot, so I'm just leveling up gems, trying to corrupt for level 21 on the side. It is like 80 chaos, but
what the fuck is this garbage?
I don't want to spend too much on them if they're just gonna like play with it. Surprisingly, the Orobot. Oh, this fat boy. Come on, die. They literally zero
that's good, right?
Yeah, that's pretty much done. I love these like straggler mobs. I don't really care about them. Pretty much the scarabs that you get back from all these pays for the cost of running something like this. So not only are you just making back your money on the scarabs, you're just what the hell? I haven't really been paying attention to the Calandra mechanic. I feel like it's the hell?
When I'm ready
Oh,
and
that
not
was-
before.
Oh look, weekend sextant. Amazing. I'm a little sad that there's no patient card. But it is what it is. It's just a chest. I don't know. Ambush scarabs sell relatively fast. Even if it's rusted, people still have like beginner setups. You can't naturally assume everyone's at like this stage of farming. I think that's it. Yep, bunch of mobs I don't really care about. I think about 20 of them is in the boss room. I don't kill the boss with colonnade unless either world's progression is lit up, because there's like no benefits of killing him. But yeah, that's the video. Hope you guys enjoy, and catch you guys next time.